Club. Good evening, good folks at home. Welcome to the locker room. This is fabulous. I'm excited in ways that you'll never understand. It's me, Greg Blake, the Blakester, back on deck for another week. Charisma and beauty and intelligence, because we've got a couple of special guests who I'll introduce in just a moment. Just quickly though, because down the end, JFOT, John Fodinos, who is a genius in so many ways. I'm not quite aware of in what particular areas his area of expertise are, but I'm pretty sure he's smart at something. And of course, Dougie Hodgson, and Doug, I've just got to mention too, I saw Ivan Kellich at Silver's Circus at the weekend, and he did mention to say hello to you. You're a big pussy.
Love you, Ivan. See you soon.
He's a terrific bloke, actually. We had a long conversation about nothing. Now, gentlemen, before we should introduce. You know, you wanted winners. You said to us, you implored us. You said we want winners, and we want beauty, and we want kindness. And have I mentioned all these superlatives before? Because if I haven't, I'm going to do it again. I've got to mention the sponsors in a minute. I'm going ballistic. We've got all sorts of things going on at Castle Del Sweetie. But in the interim, Megan and Alicia, welcome to the show. Two terrific representatives of the winningest netball club going around at the moment, the Warriors Netball Club. Welcome, ladies. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Isn't it fabulous to have people you like on the show?
Thank you, Greg. Lovely to see you too. That's why I just give us that made a small back, please, sweetie.
Now
You know what, though, Blake? These are the opposite of the players at the moment. We're sitting at the bottom, and look where these young ladies are sitting at the moment. They're sitting on top.
On top of the ladder. So we're going to talk a little bit about the netball, and they've been fabulous representatives of the Warriors' name this year. But before we do that, just quickly we'll pop through the sponsors, and then we'll talk about the bad news, because it really was a bad weekend for Heidelberg United. Alexander, let's go through Prime Plastic Bags. Am I clear? Billy. Prime Plastic Bags.
Love you, Bill. Miss you still.
ANZ Northland, Josie, we love you. We love you. We love you. Boost, where at, Dougie?
Bayside and Doncaster. I've been there all week, guys. I haven't had anyone come and say hello yet. Come and see me. I'll be there tomorrow.
And you'll get a free boost. Anybody that recognises Dougie gets a free boost. Kinesi Live, Chimneys, the Froster Group, Black Swan Dips and Petters at Heidelberg Heights. Those amazing sponsors of the club and of the locker room and of our live broadcast as well. Every Sunday afternoon. And don't forget, we'll be going live from Olympic Village on Sunday at around about 3 o'clock as Heidelberg United host the Melbourne Knights. Oh dear, oh dear. Let's talk quickly, JFOT, the bad news. Are you still living in some paranoid delusion that Heidelberg are actually going to get off the bottom of the ladder? Or
mathematically still possible, so I'm not giving it away yet.
Can you put the lottery on tonight, because we're going to win 50 million too?
Dougie, this is going to be the miracle escape. It's going to happen.
No, it didn't happen in South Melbourne. South Melbourne got away with murder, if you ask Georgie Katz.
Well, don't worry about that. This is the miracle escape song.
So they're going to win this week.
We've got the winning ladies here from the netball side.
You're going to rub it into
and
the
they're
team.
just going to absolutely cause a sensation to the team on Sunday. Up the ladder we come.
So John Fodinos, who clearly old age is setting in and senility is well on.
You've been taking my medication?
I'm in denial.
Yeah, you really are, John, because quite honestly...
We'd love to see it though, Greg, to be fair. We would all love to see it.
We would all love to see it, but what it will take is three...
We have to have a dissenting voice here.
Yeah, no,
ladies,
we do. Look, let me just say this, Judgment. I don't respect you any less than I did before we started the program tonight.
Can we ask the ladies, do you think Heidelberg can get out of the bottom place? We'll give you just a little update. They're sitting bottom of the ladder. They have to win. How many games left, Judd?
Oh, 6 in a row.
6 in a row.
8 of those.
Is it possible? Yes, it is. But do you think, speaking about, they're sitting at 6 at the present moment in time, they've got to get up to, these little people up here are on 20 to 21.
Just say it like it is, Alicia, because quite clearly...
you can say they're not winners, because we are sitting here, Greg, with two lovely ladies, and they are winners.
So they have context to anything that they offer us. Look, let's forget about this at the moment. I want to focus on the netball, because I love netball. I love netball. I'm transfixed by it every time it's on television. Commonwealth Games, fantastic stuff.
Who's your favourite player, Blakey?
Oh, that chick with the...
I love it, guys. I love it.
What's Kimberly for?
WA on a t-shirt.
Yeah, all right.
X.
Okay, let's crack eggs. Let's crack eggs at the expense of the old guy. Welcome, Megan. Welcome, Alicia. Thank you for joining us. Congratulations on what has been a wonderful season so far. You're top of the ladder, yeah?
Yes.
How does that make you feel? You're pumped? Is it exciting?
Yeah.
Because the football team doesn't know this yet.
It's good to win.
And tell me quickly about the club. How long have you been involved with the Warriors Netball Club?
We became affiliated last season, so this is our second season as the Warriors. And yeah, we had a very successful season last season. All of our 4 teams made the finals, and yeah, so.
And the affiliation came about because and how? Who sort of facilitated it?
We were at a time where we were seeking sponsors, and.
Oh, you got any sponsors you want to mention?
Oh, we do.
I think you should.
Johnny, have you got any sponsors, these ladies?
See, this is totally off the cuff. I just
Sure.
channeling in their sponsors. Technologies 2000,
That Sweetie's coming.
LJ Associates law firm up in Eltham, Superior Resurfacing, Brendan Caddy Plumbing and Maintenance Services, All Australian Party Hire, and In Deep Excavations.
I didn't hear you properly. Run it through the list quickly, back to front this time.
Back to front. In Deep Excavations, All Australian Party Hire,
Yeah, you're
Brendan
like
Caddy Plumbing Services
My
and
knee
Maintenance
plumbing.
Services.
Labour pipes.
Magnificent. Superior Resurfacing, when you need your netball court resurfaced.
resurface.
Clean.
LJ Associates, the law firm, whenever that resurfacing hasn't gone too well and you slip and hurt yourself.
That'll be him now.
And Technologies
No.
2000,
No, they're ringing just to get John Fotinos off there.
That's right.
That means an idiot.
and
Yep,
Technologies
no, I'll let him
2000
know.
who's just made that phone.
Yes, fantastic. All right.
We've got to thank those
So
sponsors.
it was all about setting up something to serve, you know, almost like to serve the ongoing interests of the netball team. Yeah?
Yeah.
And it's worked really
Yeah,
well.
it has. It's really grown, and we've really enjoyed playing.
Tell me about the netball team. You mentioned before we went to air, you started with one team and you're out to 4 now. which
Yep.
is- So what does that tell us about the growth of netball and about the strength of the club?
Yeah, no, everyone's really just the team morale, and yeah, everyone just really. Sometimes, you know, with current past netball teams, we struggle for players, and each week, and yeah, this season we've just had heaps of players, and they all just love to play.
Now, you're still looking for players, or is that something that can grow exponentially?
Oh, we could grow larger next season.
Who would somebody contact if they wish to get in touch with the Heidelberg, the Warriors netball team? Be abundantly clear on that. It's the Warriors netball team. Who would they contact if they might be interested in getting involved?
Yeah, if they were interested, they could go to the netball tab on the Heidelberg United.
Netball tab on the
Website?
Heidelberg United website. To be clear on this,
And
because
it's
you're all computer nerds, or you wouldn't be watching it.
And there is a Facebook link as well.
Gotta love Facebook. How many friends have you got?
Well, we've got a few likes. Yeah, we have a few likes.
Well, I like you, and you know what's even. And I don't want to play favourites, Megan and Alicia. I don't want to play favourites, but Megan, you're my favourite, because if anybody else has noticed, I'm wearing $150 Puma high tops for the first time, and Megan loved them, so I love you too, dear.
How many people are in the team netball? For you guys who don't know, how many's in the team? Like we have 11 on soccer, we have bench. How many do you have?
We've got 7 on the side.
So how many? 5 on there, 7. So there's only 2. So we've got 2 people having a little rest, and the other 5 are out there caning up and down.
No, there's 7 on court. 7 on court. Yeah.
And these on there having a break. Do they
Well.
have subs or no?
Oh yeah. We
So-
just run hard the whole game.
Okay, but we're on ball.
Which is something that's
Something that Warriors.
something Heidelberg United should be bloody well doing. You're bloody listening?
So now we sing when we win. Do you girls, do you viewers, do you have a bit of a sing song when you win, or what happens after you guys? You get the cans come out, or you yells, or the champagne, or what happens?
We're all for the champagne, but
Sure.
no, we're keen for a chant. So maybe if there's any suggestions.
Is there a song?
No, we
I
don't.
thought maybe we need to get the boys. Then again, maybe not, because I'll be able to. They might not have actually sung many times this year, so we might get you guys. We're going to get a little bit going over here. So singing songs, by the way.
So if you like really competitive chicks, sweaty and in tunics, this is the sport for you. I didn't mean to genderise it, but I already have, so it's too late, can't take it back. What are you laughing at? That's one of the great appeals of this sport. What I want to know, I'm fascinated by the field positions, because I love the little bibs that you wear. What position are you?
I'm a defender.
Defender.
So I play either goalkeeper, so GK or GD.
So you're the one that's kind of going like this.
Oh,
Yeah, otherwise going like this.
Very intimidating.
Speaking of that, again, you had one done, I believe, maybe a little bit of a love tap.
Yeah, I did have a broken nose this year.
And was it an elbow, was it a headbutt, or
It was a very sharp elbow. Yeah.
was it intentionally?
Did you put her
I'd
in
say
hospital?
no.
Can you get all of these associations? Get them in there.
No.
Accidental or a bit of a...
Apparently accidental.
Did you win the game?
The game was called off.
Oh, believe it right there, guys.
Abundance of fun. And Alicia, what position are you?
I'm a goal attack.
A goal attack.
So shooting.
So that you get the glory position, which
I do,
is fantastic.
Is that that person in that little semicircle in there? Is that the goal? Is that the
Yeah,
shooter?
there's two. There's goal shooter and goal attack.
Well, what we might do is ask you to as well, if you're prepared to keep us updated, because I guess, where do you play your matches, by the way, the home games?
We play at Banyule Nets. There's a netball stadium in...
I love Banyule Nets, it's the best place ever, where is it?
I drove through there today, but I was trying to find the Sweeties.
So where is that?
It's located at 2 Summers Ave in McLeod.
I'm going to cut a deal with you two because you're both lovely. You're not, you are. I'm very fickle like that. If you would like, and during the course of the locker room every week, I'm sure you'd love more people there cheering on for you, wouldn't you?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
So how about you ensure that Sweetie, you keep Sweetie armed with information about when the games are, and we'd be more than happy, wouldn't we, gentlemen, to make sure
Make sure. Can we do a commentating?
we have it, we could call the game.
That could be a good call. Me and you doing that.
And look, whilst this may look very amateurish and very Channel 31 to you, I do know, and we thank everybody for your support. We're getting somewhere around about 400 viewers every week now, which is fantastic. And we thank the sponsors all the time. We want to thank everybody that's got involved with the locker room and got involved with the live broadcast. And hopefully we can get involved with Warriors Netball. So if you can do that for us, we'd be more than happy to maintain some sort of contact with you guys, because to be quite honest with you, I am calmed in ways you'll never understand by you being here and me not having to sit next to delusional and the big fella there.
Can I have this before we finish, Greg? We all like success, we all like winning, you know, winning the cups. And then just tell me, what's the most thing you guys in your sporting career, in your netball, what's the most thing you remember in your careers, I suppose, what you've done today? What's yours, Louise? Won a grand final,
Yeah.
one medal, yes.
Yeah, we won a grand final last year, not in this division, but
Yes.
yeah.
So grand final
our
at the Warriors.
No, we went the Warriors last year.
Okay.
But yeah.
Somewhere.
Yeah.
And yourself, Dave?
3 grand finals and an MVP.
What's an MVP? Come on, explain.
Most valuable player.
Like that, yes, like that. So that's brilliant. So 2 high achievers, Greg, which is great.
Which is fantastic. And listen, George Bleeping Katsakis, if you're watching, you might do worse than recruit these two to the football team. Seriously, they're bleeping rippers.
Well, they can score goals to start.
score goals.
We've got someone who can get the ball from attacking to the front runner. We're laughing.
So look, we've got a big show tonight. We've got another guest coming up. We've got a lot to talk about and dissect from the weekend just gone and the weekend to come. Gentlemen, stay with me. Alicia and Megan, it has been so gorgeous to meet you. As I said before, I'm aroused in ways you'll never understand, but they are appropriate arousals. And I mean, it's fantastic to have lovely young people representing the club and lovely young people doing as well as you are doing on the sports field. So stay great.
Thank
Give it up, ladies, for the brothers.
Good luck on the weekend, ladies. Hope you get a result.
Thank
Good
you.
luck for the rest of the season.
Thank you.
Away we go.
And we'll be back in just a short moment to document the demise of the Heidelberg United Alexander Soccer Club. Okay? Okay, good folks at home. It's Greg Blake back on deck. The Blakester with the lounge room, the locker room, whatever the hell it is. We had a terrific couple of guests from the Warriors Netball Club, and it was all very light-hearted, very fluffy. We're going to get a little bit serious because this great club, this proud club, is now clearly in a serious amount of trouble in terms of the Victorian Premier League and going forward. We've got a very special guest to talk about what the fans are thinking and doing about the predicament of the club, George Krikas. George, welcome.
Thank you.
Put the baseball bat down.
Good to see you, Georgie.
Everything's good.
Good to see you, ladies.
We're going to have a chat to George in a minute because there is some action behind the scenes. And we thank you for making the time to come down here tonight. But before we do that, JFOT and Dougie, let's have a wrap up of the weekend. Just finished round 16 of the Victorian Premier League. And even though JFOT has laboured under the delusion that it's still quote-unquote mathematically possible. The season ended weeks ago for Heidelberg United, so you shouldn't be too disappointed about the result on Friday night, JFOT, and we'll kick off with that result. I'm sorry, it's God calling me to say that I need to shut up.
Tell you don't do it.
Yeah. So the first result of the weekend was, of course,
Without being rude, and I know we love Johnny, but I'm going to let Johnny read this out. I just want to make sure I'm seeing what I'm seeing correctly, because I love these. They come in, they're presented, forget my school, it's school. Round 16, Melbourne Knights zip. Melbourne Knights 4.
Yeah, no, they beat themselves.
4-0.
I've been beating myself
Bentley
quite
Reds,
often.
love it, but anyway, I've got to bring it up.
That's the way we roll.
Yeah, I wasn't doing continuity this
No, you weren't. So that would be... Anyway, we'll start with our Friday night result with Alexander.
Friday night result.
At Hume.
Played under extremely wet and rainy conditions up at Epping. The Hume City 3 defeated Of course, our beloved Heidelberg United won.
Goal scorers there.
The goal scorers for Heidelberg United, I don't have the Hume City ones, so in fact I do.
And the results went
Yes,
something like this,
it
Johnny.
was,
0-0, 1-0, 1-1 at half time.
It was 1-1 at half time. Hegarty scored for Hume first in the 28th minute via a penalty, which was a bit dubious, but anyhow, that's been and done. Then Heidelberg equalised through new recruit Devon Bond.
Love it, like him, boys.
And that was-
he's gifted.
And I've got to say, gents, and George, you were there too, that was probably, that 10-minute spell was the only time Heidelberg looked like they were going to do any damage, and equalised just before half time. And then second half, guys, we've got to admit, it was all Hume. And really, once Ollie Roland went off on a precautionary reason with a sore knee, and having done his knee earlier in the season.
And he done well to be fair, to get back.
He's done extremely well to get back, and he was our talisman. Of course, he hadn't played in a losing side up until Friday, so we were hoping for a positive result. But once he went off, we were just hopelessly exposed in the back. And
Do we have the depth though, John? We weren't, Brand Greg went in the game. Do we have the depth?
Just-
Who replaced him?
well, it wasn't a matter of who replaced him. It just that right back position. We were just, it was just absolutely decimated back there. So, and Hume really, by all rights, could have ended up winning 6 or 7.
Okay, so forgettable game. They lost 3-1. The season's over. The bottom of the ladder was 6 games to play, and there really is no way out, barring the most extraordinary miracle. Other results from round 16.
Other results,
JFOT.
yeah, I'll just quickly go through those. Richmond 2 were defeated by Oakley Cannon 3 in an entertaining game on Friday night. On the Saturday night, Dandenong 3 just waltzed away from Northcote City 1, and they're just riding high on top of the ladder. Saturday night also saw Southern Stars 2 go down to South Melbourne 3, and that was 2 goals in injury time to South Melbourne, got them the points. On Sunday, Moreland Zebras 1 were defeated by Green Gully 2, and that probably condemns the Moreland Zebras as well to relegation. And on Sunday as well, the Melbourne Knights were defeated 4-0 by Bentley Greens in probably Bentley's most impressive performance of the season.
And thanks to Prime Plastic Bags, the ANZ in Northland, Boost Juice, Doncaster and Frankston, Kinesi Live, Chimmy's, the Frosted Group of course, Black Swan Dips and Petters at Heidelberg Heights, not Lower Heidelberg, Heidelberg Heights, Victorian Premier League ladder DH, you've got that there after round 16. Let's have a look at the standings, and it is a sad, sorrowful tale if you're a Heidelberg United Alexander supporter, which of course George is. So let's, before we do that, it's sad, but George, it doesn't stop us from saying, oh, Alexandros! And the ladder. Sorry.
Dandy Thunder sitting, they've all played 16 guys, 36 points. Dandy sitting second, Oakley Cannons on 30. Green Gully sitting there on 29, Bentley Greens on 26, and Northcote City there sitting on 25. Just outside the top 5, we've got Hume slipping on 1 point behind Northcote. It's going to be a tight race coming in the top 6, I think. Richmond on 7, on 21, and then you've got 21, you've got South Melbourne 21, you've got Melbourne Knights on 21, Southern Stars on 20. That's exciting times in there as well. Number 11th, obviously. So I'll go back to number 10, number 10, which is Southern Stars, which we believe that is a team, Blakey, Southern Stars. That's not
I actually have a theory that I'm just going to bring somebody. No, I'll do it in a minute. Remind me we talked about that.
Southern Stars sitting on number 10 on 20, and obviously 11 Zebras on 11, and the Burgers sitting there at 12 guys, and a bit disappointed on 6. So
season over Red Rover. So that's the sad news. We'll talk about the round 17 fixtures to come. Don't forget on Sunday, this coming Sunday, live from the Olympic Village on 3 o'clock on your internet channel, whatever the hell this is, podcast, webcast.
we will be there, Blakester.
We'll be there for the home clash. It'll be JFOT, it'll be DH, it'll be yours truly calling the game. Heidelberg United, Alexandros hosting the Melbourne Knights in a match-up reminiscent of the grand old days when both clubs, of course, were in the National Soccer League before the ethnic cleansing. Don't get me onto that subject.
Last time the Burgers played against Knights, Johnny.
It was Mother's Day this season, and the Burgers got up for their only win.
For their only win of the season, so you never know. And just quickly, whilst we're on results and so forth, don't forget as well, because I understand now Dandenong Thunder has now qualified for the semi-finals, the last 4 of the Victorian State Cup.
6-0 over the Cobram victory.
6-0 over Cobram. So you've got Dandenong Thunder, Port Melbourne Sharkies, and of course Sunshine George Cross are the 3 semi-finals. Heidelberg United are playing up at Upper Cumbukna West. Where is it again? At Shepparton for
Next
the last
Wednesday.
place. So next Wednesday, and we've still got the bus going.
Yes.
So if you're interested in travelling up there and you're going to turn the moo and the bar into oh Alexandros, you need to be on the goddamn bus. I'm sorry I cursed, but I'm very angry and I'm very excited because George Krikas, who is a long-time supporter, he said to me before in a very intimidating way, I bleed yellow and black, and that's kind of scary because he's ever having an operation in the hospital. I have no idea how to replace his blood, but anyway, he's been on the committee. I know he's very passionate, and you would, George, be a little disappointed, no, shattered by what's happened this season.
Very shattered, very, and there's been a lot of talk on the social network, on the internet, and I thought to myself, well, why don't I get all the fans together and have a chat. There's no future plans on it. It's just about going there, having a talk, and go from there. There's no.
What, can I ask you something? What is, so you guys are listening and you're there, obviously it's fans together, what sort of outcome, or is it, what's the picture, what's the support and the push behind it? Is it just to get the fans together, look for support, what we're looking for?
Basically, yeah, that's just get the fans together and get some support and have a chat and talk and see where we can help and get this club back where it used to be. Like I said, there's no planned schedule for anything in the future as long as we can help the club.
But is there not a place, though, George, for actually getting together and getting some of the power brokers together as well? Because, I mean, you guys, the thing that astounded me after being out of the game for 10 years and going back to the Olympic Village and seeing the sparse terraces and seeing the lack of young people involved at the club and so forth, to me that does not bode well for the future. But you are a young chap, and I'm sure there are a lot of supporters in the same position. Is it not perhaps time that you stepped up and said, okay, this is what we need to do going forward, and go to the power brokers and say, well, this club right now is mired in a place in history. What we need to do is go forward. These are our ideas. Isn't that not something that you could actually affect some positive outcomes for Alexander?
I could say so, yeah, probably. But a lot will come out of that meeting and see where people are at. There's a lot of people talking and on the social network, but I just want to see some action from the fans, and I want people to attend.
Okay,
Tell me to go from there.
Let us know the details of the meeting. Is it planned yet? Is it
It is planned. The meeting's going to be on the 1st of September.
Yeah, drive it home. 1st of September, baby.
Be there, if you love the club, guys.
Drive it home,
there.
Georgie. Pick up the reins and ride it to the finish line. Let them know.
Saturday the 1st of September at 4 o'clock at the Florinian House in 814 High Street in Thornbury. The new villages of Florinians have helped us out by making the venue available and to help the club and get the fans together, and hopefully we can get a few people there and just go from there. Like I said, there's nothing planned, there's no ticket, nothing if anyone's thinking. There's not going to be any board members there. It's not about raising money.
They're not allowed? They're not allowed?
No, I don't. No disrespect to not to disrespect to the committee, but I don't want this to become a personal attack on people because of the way the club is. It's about just getting the fans together. It's not about raising money. It's just getting there and let's support and see what we can do from there.
So what's the details again, DH?
Florence, what is it called?
It's a Florinian House, which is a
Florinian House, guys. What address on High Street, number?
812 to 814 High Street, Thornbury.
In Thornbury, make sure you're there, 4 PM, September the...
Saturday, September the 1st. And it's really important. Look, we've spoken on several occasions about fans turning up to the games. At the moment, it's not a great way to spend your afternoon to watch the team losing. Here's a really constructive way, if you bleed red and black just as George does, this is a really constructive way of actually...
Even yellow and black.
Yellow and black, what did I say, red and black?
Yeah,
well, that's what... No, well, I was just thinking that because I had the whole blood thing, because he said to me before he bleeds it, so God, do forgive me. Oh gosh, that was a faux pas, wasn't it? I just worked that out. If he bleeds yellow and black, I forgot what the point was. But it is JFOT. I mean, you're an integral member of the club and a supporter as well. But it is time that we started looking forward.
Look, I just want to say, I've known George for a number of years. We met through the club, as many of us fans do. If anyone bleeds yellow and black, and if anyone loves the club, this man does. And just on his behalf and on behalf of all the fans that love Heidelberg United, on a serious note, get out there. Even if we can make up 1 or 2 positive suggestions that can help the club forward, that's going to be a start. And hopefully it actually snowballs from that, and we get, so as you said, Blakey, some people of our age and younger, 20s, 30s and 40s, that can actually drive this club forward. And we've been around for what, 55 years just on? We need to get young people involved again to take the club forward the next 55 years.
Now, George, you've obviously been fermenting some ideas because you've come up with the idea for the meeting. Just tell us, I mean, there's no right or wrong here, but have you got in your head some designs about what the club can do going forward that's going to be really positive, that's going to be about reinforcing the club as a power club in Victoria?
Oh, look, a lot of things go through my head, day, night, 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. I have ideas, but to get them happening, you need people.
Well, give me one. Just give me a cornerstone of something where you think we could, immediately affect change by doing that. Is there one thing that stands out?
More people on the committee, whether it be with the current board, whether it be with the new board, with new people that want to drive this club to become a self-funded club. I don't believe people should be coming on a committee these days and putting their hands in their pocket deep.
Business.
It's a business. We have to run it as a business, and we definitely have to treat it and treat our members and supporters with respect.
Why would you say more though, George? Why more people? Why more people on the board or on the committee or whatever? Why do you think? I know my answer, but what do you think? More hands, a lot of work?
Yeah.
Take a bit of pressure off to the current board?
Yes, I think there's a lot of people there who've got 2 or 3
not only
different
that,
positions.
Not only that, Dougie, the more people you get on there, and especially the more quality people you get on there.
Yes.
Remember, if you're a person that's successful in your field of expertise, you're more than likely to surround yourself and have contacts with other successful people. So if you've got quality people on the board, they attract other quality people, and it becomes a snowballing effect.
On a week when it's probably confirmed that Alexander is going down to State 1, George Krikas, long-time supporter, very passionate supporter of the yellow and black, joining us tonight. We thank him for that. JFOT, just quickly your thought, I'll put it to you as well, given your intimate knowledge of the club. Give me one thing that you might have struck you in the last couple of weeks or a couple of months when you're starting to acknowledge the reality of the situation. You say, we could actually change something. Is there been anything that's jumped out at you?
Well, first of all, I think, as George said, the biggest problem we have is that too much work and too much of the hard work is left to too few. And that's probably because a lot of people are disgruntled out there because of the lack of performance of the team. But I think it goes deeper than that. It's actually, as a club, we need to get better from the ground up.
Grassroots.
And that means getting your junior set up right, getting match day set up right, getting volunteers at the ground, etc., etc.
Okay, is it time, and we're going to run out of time because we've still got Dougie Shirt, we still want to go through the weekend's games, and I'm sorry to be, if we're disrespectful, we'll quickly flop that. It's Florinian House, that's 4 p.m. on Saturday the 1st of September at 4 p.m. If you care about the bloody club, get off your ass and be there on that day. It's your chance to have a say in the future of the club. Future of the club, General, just a couple of things that have been going through my head during the week. Is it time, and this is sort of yes or no, but I'm just interested, is it time to rebrand? Maintain the Alexander logo, but why not refresh yourself? Northern Warriors. Northern Warriors.
That's another thing that...
I'm going to say, Bobby, what does the name bring? What is the name? Now you tell me, area, zone. Do people not come to Heidelberg Warriors because it's Heidelberg Warriors, or do people come because it's Northern Warriors? It's a name, or do we move out of the village and move somewhere else?
I think with the badging, what you do is you distance yourself, you maintain a presence, a traditional presence, by maintaining the Alexander logo, but you distance yourself from what historically has started to become quite a bit of a road accident, a club that's in decline.
My personal opinion is what you asked before about what do I see in the future. There's a lot of things I'd like to do, but like we said, we've got to start from there. Relocate the club is one thing for me. Heidelberg United is Fitzroy Alexander, Heidelberg. To me now, this club's not a suburb team, never will be, never has been. To me, a badge, yes, Melbourne Warriors, other names that, because I travel 50 minutes to get to Heidelberg.
I actually do an hour and a half, but I was going to work. But
There you go.
and I still, man, I come up here. This is not work. I love you guys. That's why we're here.
But a lot of people do that big travel. A
And they
lot
do.
of people do that big travel. So we're not a suburban team. We should be called something different.
Your chance to have a say at the supporters forum. Hopefully the people that are in charge of the club too will take notice, because quite honestly I reckon at this particular juncture in time the future of the club, and it's a historic club, it's a famous club and it's a wonderful club, is really genuinely on the line. Change going forward, big change next year, State 1, there's so many positives. Haven't got time to talk about it tonight, George. You're a gorgeous man, thank you for joining us
Thank you
tonight.
very much for having me.
Good luck, maintain the rage, maintain the passion, put down the bloody baseball bat. And just quickly, I mean, look at him, honestly, would you even argue with this chap? No, I'm saying no.
You can have the baseball bat, mate. You can have the baseball
Actually, yes,
bat.
take the baseball bat.
You do what you want with it.
So let's just quickly look through the matches ahead. Thanks to Prime Plastic Bags, ANZ Northland, Rock On, Boost Doncaster, and of course Frankston, Kinesi Live, Chimmy's, Froster Group, Black Swan, and Petters at Heidelberg Heights. Let's have a look at the games to come, and we'll do it as we normally do. If you would, JFOT, the game, and tell me what you think. Which result is good for us, and Doug will tell us the result.
Bentley Greens versus Dandenong Thunder on Friday night at Kingston Heath.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't really matter.
Thunder will come up there.
Danny, not
I didn't think so. Yeah.
Thunder will be up.
Although Bentley Greens had a big win last week. So,
Yeah, but their Bandy's riding pretty high.
yeah, so.
He's done all right there, Chris Starley. He's done a good job.
Also on Friday night down at Jack Edwards in Oakley. Oakley Cannons take on Southern Stars. Goes without saying that we won an Oakley win.
I'm going for an Oakley win there. I reckon they'll give Southern Stars a bit of a bath. Sorry, Dino, Hennessy, mate, but they'll be up there. Southern Stars, remember that. We're going to go on about them.
The Southern Sons of the Southern Stars.
Yeah, that was it, Southern Stars.
Green Gully on Saturday take on Richmond at Green Gully.
Gully's going
Gully
to
probably win that
Gully
one.
will win that one.
They're just tuning up for the finals, Gully. Yeah, as they do each season.
Yearly.
Northcote City take on the Moreland Zebras also on Saturday afternoon at 3 o'clock at John Kay.
Well, obviously, Northcote's
Well,
going to get up there. Does it really matter?
Well, it doesn't. I mean, it's probably
We
academic.
need to do what
Well,
we need to
I
do.
guess from a pride point of view, if we could end up above Moreland Zebras, that's something to hang out on for next season.
Yep.
Of course, Sunday's the big game. Heidelberg United clashing against the old rivals Melbourne Knights.
3 o'clock, don't forget, we're going live with that one on Sunday on your webcast station, whatever the hell it is, station 60.
And the Burgers to do the double.
You heard it live. The Burgers will win Sunday.
To do the double on Melbourne Knights. Actually, this will be the third time if we can get up, because we also beat them in the cup match as well recently.
Burgers will
And
win.
finally,
South Melbourne at Lakeside take on Hume City. Cracker game. You'd think South Melbourne won last week, but I think I was very impressed with Hume.
Started on the straps.
Lewisevsky's got them playing well, and they just look very strong. So,
I've actually, it's a relative.
and South Melbourne really are playing really depleted side this time of season. So I reckon Hume might get up there.
Alright. So we've had some fantastic guests, the winning Warriors netball team, who are just quite lovely, and I like the word winning and Warriors in the same sentence. And we've got the future of the club down there, and here George, who's going to get things set up for next year. He's going to start the ball rolling on that very, very important date, Saturday, September 1, at the Floridian Club, 4 o'clock. Again, I'm just going to say, if you care about the club, and you can talk a good game, but if you actually care about the club, be there and have your say. It's an idea. You never know. You might stumble onto the next, big idea that
It's only, you know what, mate, Greg? It's only one. It's one little idea, and everyone might go, let's run with it.
Yep.
And then, you've got a group of 10, 20, 100, whatever people are there. If someone comes out with that, guys, and it gives you a direction, and you can run it with the board there, or the new board, or whatever, what's going to happen, mate, it's a direction in the right way, guys. So if you're there to support, like Blakey said, mate, get yourself down there before the 1st of September, 4 p.m. Make sure you're there.
You guys have been fabulous tonight. Thank you. Not just fabulous, fabulous! But what we'll do, Dougie, we're going to go.
I'm sorry, I'm the last.
Anybody that's wearing Puma high tops can do that crap.
White socks?
Yeah, exactly.
I think we're...
So, Dougie, just quickly, shirt of the
Should have
week.
went Man U,
Yep.
Manchester United. There's 2 signatures on there. I know it's a little bit tight.
That's how the 10's jumping.
And the 10's a little bit. Big guns are getting bigger, guys. Not. 2 signatures. Can we read that, Johnny?
It says UEFA Champions League winners 1999. That's when they scored the 2 goals in injury
Terry
time.
Sheridan and whom? Ollie.
I can't. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
There's the signatures right on there. I've got the ball at home as well. Where I got it was, got to speak to Teddy Sheridan. I ended up meeting Teddy quite a couple of times, so we're just going to leave it at that. But great shirt, what a game. 2-0 down, 5 minutes to go, 2-1, 2-2, and of course, there goes the winner 3-2 to win the UEFA. Magnificent game.
We'll see you on Sunday at the Olympic Village, and of course the locker room next Thursday night. Could somebody care to pick up the other end? Let's leave it on the high note of the week when relegation was almost certain. It doesn't stop the fans from saying, "Oh, Alexandros!" Now get off the computer and go and do something constructive with your lives. Goodbye.